Hi, and as you can see, we're outside today, and what better way to connect to spirit than simply being out in nature, because nature allows us to be grounded, but it also gives us the ability to silence the mind, also gives us the ability to listen to those who perhaps we won't listen to normally. So for me, being out in nature is really important. Being able to make that connection, being that light. Perhaps you should try it. It could be round the trees. It could be at the beach. It doesn't have to necessarily be in the woodlands, but obviously it's a good place to start. Being able to quiet the mind and to listen to spirit, hear the words, hear the advice that they're giving you. Listen to what they're directing you to do. It's not always clear, it's not always easy to understand. When you learn to understand, that you understand the importance of what's being said, and you also get to listen to the advice that they're giving to you and to be able to act upon it. Sometimes quite difficult to understand what they're telling you because your mind is so busy. You're filled with work, with college, with school. You might be filled with what emotional things are going on around you, your circumstances, or even your health. So it's important that you have some time out, and not only for spirit but also for yourself. Getting out and about and enabling you to be able to comprehend something about yourself, what's important, what you like to do, what feeds your soul. You know, one of the things I like to do is to go by the beach, be surrounded by the sea, and find that quite relaxing and quite easy, and it gives me a good connection and checking in with myself and knowing what I want and what I need. We sometimes feel that there's an importance to have with spirit, but you know, one of the key things is about ourselves. You know, one of the journeys that we've got to follow is discovering what we've got to do here on this planet, discover what our role is, discover simple things like what we should be doing. But we can't do that if we've not looked after ourselves, if our health isn't right, if we're doing too much. And even as mediums, when we make that mistake, we cloud our diary up day after day with lots of things for other people, but sometimes we need to check in on ourselves and check what we need. Because even as a medium, how can we give everything and give of our best as if we're tired, we're exhausted, and we need recuperation? On top of this, I want to say for yourself, you know, there needs to be that work-life balance. There needs to be that getting out and having fun. If it's a long time since you've realised how much fun you've had, or when you last had fun, then this is a perfect time now to act upon that. Draw up some sort of plan, draw up something that's important to you. I mean, there's so much in this planet, so much for you to do, be it hobbies, sports, or even the great outdoors and nature itself. So when you're exploring and when you are communicating with spirit, why don't you try and see the greater world around you? I mean, look at the beauty that's in the trees, the greenery, the light. And use that as inspiration for your writing, for your speaking, for your philosophies, or simply just to allow you to take stock of what's important and what's not. We get so wrapped up in this modern society of technology, modern society of having to do things. One of the reasons that I started to do this YouTube channel was to be able to connect to more people, be able to get people to question what's important, get them to question their own identity, the personality and who they are. Yes, that spirituality is important, and for a lot of you, you might want to be a medium yourself, might be a healer, but just acting and helping others is also doing spirit's work. As a spiritualist myself, I get asked, what makes you different to us? Why is your religion different? It's no different. We believe in God. We believe what's important. To me, spiritual is about being loving and kind and understanding. Well, how more understanding and caring can you be when you're thinking about the planet, when you're thinking about your own neighbourhood, your own well-being? So kindness, love and understanding cuts both ways. It cuts on understanding you, understanding your neighbours, understanding your brothers, sisters, families, but also your wider community and the world itself and Mother Earth. And by doing that, you get to explore. As here, there is, we can sit down and we can see the grass that we lie on, and we should be thankful for this, but we should also be thankful for those around us, our friendships and those who matter. It's quite easy to forget what's important, and the greatest things of importance are the things that don't cost us a lot. Things of love, of nature, the world around us, the trees, the sky, the sun, the moon, are all important, and all important facets of our own spirituality. I believe very much that spirituality, whether it's spiritualism or another form of spirituality, is a very individual thing, and that's why we're all on an individual journey. So as I go about your business, think about how you can embrace that within your life, but also in your mediumship. I think as a medium, I'm very much inspired by the things that are around me. So if we look at the grass here, we can use that to then prompt words to give us thoughts, and from there to make a connection with spirit with his words. So by simply thinking of the word grass, I focus on that word and think, grass is wonderful, grass is green, grass is wonderful if it's forever seen. And as we see it, it grows just a little bit more. It goes around us and it's seen from our front door. The grass is wonderful, the grass can be seen, and that's why we love it and why it's a beautiful shade of green. Dark greens, light greens, all different types. We can see it as we sit down. We have our picnics. And as we have those picnics, we celebrate once more with all the people who are normally sat behind the front door, sat in their houses, never going outside, never seeing the beauty of what's important. But what we do realise is the grass gives us energy. The grass is something to be celebrated, something to be seen, and that is why the grass is forever green. Now that was just simple words that was inspired by just the word grass. Why don't you try? Get a pen, get a piece of pencil, get a piece of paper. Just focus on a word and see what comes to your mind. It's a beautiful way of connecting with spirit. It's working inspirationally. And just see how those words come to you so frequently and so freely, and the more you practice, the more that you do this, the more that you'll understand how easy it becomes. From this, 1 minute becomes 10, 10 becomes 15, which then spurs you on for those who do mediumship to do philosophy. No longer do you need that piece of paper, that pen or pencil. Suddenly you're able to do it purely from your mind and able to connect. Hope you found this useful. Enjoy your day, whatever you're doing. And remember, if nothing, spend a bit of time in nature. Spend a bit of time looking at the birds, the bees, look at the trees, the sky, the sun. I'm grateful for something so pure and so understanding. Thank you for listening, and God bless you all.